Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we'll be doing some base lightning into Scotland level 1. Now, this is the first video of my Scotland 1 to 6 series where I play through each level of Scotland and talk about some strategies and how to beat the adversary. We will be doing Scotland 1 this game, and Scotland 1 says that after setup, in coastal lands, explore cards add 1 town instead of an explorer. The coastal lands invader card will do this to a maximum of 2 lands per board. Now, this is really important because it's going to pressure the loss condition. And that loss condition says if the number of coastal lands with cities is ever greater than 2 times the number of boards, the invaders win. So that means that if all 3 lands in a solo game have cities, we lose. And because of this level 1 rule, we'll be exploring towns, which means we will be building cities. Now, it says specifically after setups. That means this very first explore here, it does not factor, it does not cause towns to explore. So let's put our presence starting in the highest sands. And the explore is jungle. And that is probably the worst explore for us because that is the one land we can't interact with. All right. And it's just an explorer starting. Now we have board D, which is one of the worst boards in the game for Scotland, but I think we'll be fine. So we're going to play Lightning. This is one of the low complexity spirits from the beginning, from the base game. We're going to do the standard build of we're going to G2 top, and I'm going to put my presence over here in D4 because I want to be able to access all lands on my board with a single sacred site. And you'll know that if you look here, my sacred site on D7 hits these lands, and then my sacred site on D4 hits the rest. And you'll notice board D, this is a strategy that you can do on board D where 2 sacred sites on your board and you'll hit everything. So we do that. And Lightning likes to not play any cards turn 1, and then you like to play 3 cards on turn 2, such that you can kill a town. And this is one of the reasons why I don't like Lightning, base Lightning, is I have no ways to deal with a city that comes up early. And that's why I like Pandemonium, because if I was playing the aspect, I'd be able to strife the city, and then I'd be able to trade with the land, but that's okay. And the follow-up explore is mountain. So we're building jungle, exploring mountain. All right. And as I mentioned, I have no ways to deal with this city, so I'm going to push this Dahan out of my D2. And I'm going to be playing Shatter, Lightning Spoon, and Harbingers. I'm going to be G2ing bottom, so I can play my 4 cards. And this sacred site, we can pretty much put it anywhere. I'm going to choose to put it in my D1 because I want to be able to get access to all of the Dahan events. We're going to use Shatter Homestead fast to fear killing the town here. We're going to be using Harbingers fast, pushing that Dahan. And then in the slow phase, I'll be able to kill a follow-up town with my innate. See what that event is. Rising Interest. Well, this happens to be the air event, and we are the air spirits. So we have 3 air, and we need 4 air to pay for it, and we're going to discard Raging Storm. We've now paid for it, so we return a fear card. And then now, buildings do +1 damage. We get to add a beast and get a fear. And then we get to add a wilds to a land with Dahan. I'm going to choose to add it to my D1 because I want to prevent a future town explorer. Jungle Ravage and Mountain Build. And this is really important. When you're playing Spirit Island, you want to be able to pick lands that you want to save and pick lands where you just want to let the blight through. I don't need to panic. I don't need to like dig for an immediate answer to solve this land. It's okay. Every spirit is allowed to blight before that blight card flips. And that's what we're going to play with. And the follow-up is Sands. Wow. So we got the worst board, but just never wetlands coming up. Now, I did plan around if wetlands did come up because I have a town kill here and then I have 2 towns next turn, but that was just in case. So we're going to use our innate. We're going to kill the town over here on D8. And now I'll be able to kill the town here and here, and I should be in pretty good shape. Actually, I'm going to kill the town. I'll kill the town over here on D5 in case I choose to push these Dahan out into my D8. I can then, with Harbingers, I'll be able to get +1 fear. 1 energy, and we get a miner. We're looking for a defend. Defend is so important here. Unfortunately, I did not get a defend. I did get inflame, which is kind of like a defend, and it is that fire. Oh, it's fire moon. Dang, it just really should have picked the aspect. Now, this build that I'm doing right now, I'm making +3 energy a turn, and I'm spending 3 energy. So ideally, we want a 0 cost card, and as you can see, none of these are 0. I'll have one turn where I can choose to pay a little bit more energy than 3. And I think I can do that this turn by playing Inflame, because this is the 4th fire that I need to now hit my city kill. And we'll use Harbingers, 1 fear, push these Dahan over to here. And then we're going to use our innate fast, killing that town, or that city. And then we're going to use Harbingers, 2 fear, killing this town. And by pushing the Dahan in there, I'll be able to kill the Explorer, and then I got extra fear. And then in the slow, I can inflame, adding a strife over here to the city that pops up, and then I can snap and kill the town. Tight-knit communities, each beast destroys. Add a Dahan to a coast. Dang, that is one of the negatives to pushing the Dahan out of here. Terror level 2. And that does nothing. Mountain Ravage. Sands build. And the Explorer is jungle with an escalation. Town here, and I have to escalate. I'm going to choose to escalate a town into my D5 and then explore on my D6. And as I mentioned earlier, inflame, 1 fear, and we're going to add that strife over here to the city. Time passes, I'm going to G1 reclaim again. Once again, looking for that 0 cost card. And wow, we just missed again. What are the odds of missing? Like now I can't actually even play the card because I had 8 drafts and not a single 0. I'm going to grab Steam Vents because it's a tri-element card. The other cards are pretty medium. Now, at least now I can get rid of Lightning's Boon. I no longer need to play it because I have a better card. We'll play these 3 cards again. I can't make use of my 4 plays, unfortunately. Is what it is. We're going to use Shatter Fast, 2 fear, killing the town. We're going to use our innate fast, killing the town. Actually, we will kill this town on D2. And then we'll use Steam Vents, killing the Explorer. Now, I opted to kill the town here on D2 because it would be building a city. And I'm trying to prevent the number of cities from being built. Now, there is a negative, and that negative is it's likely that this land is going to blight, but that's okay. I'm going to use Harbingers to get 1 fear to push these Dahan into that land. And then next turn, I can choose to G3 here. I'll have 5 energy, and then I can play my last 3 cards here, and that will allow me to clear my jungle out. And by pushing the Dahan into my D4, I'm playing around Dahan Defend. And we did not get that. We got Missionaries Arrive, which is really unfortunate because we have no Sun cards, so we have no ways of paying for it. So we're going to draft a card, and we want this card to have Sun. Otherwise, we're going to lose the Dahan. And we do. So a Dahan gets converted into a town, and that card gets put back in the deck. Let's see what that fear card is. We have a Ravage Skip. We'll use that Ravage Skip here to skip my D4. Sands Ravage. Jungle build. So now we're stopping that blight. Now we can choose to let another blight through. And the Explorer's full. There's the wetlands finally. And we have to escalate. We're going to escalate a town into my D7 and explore a town on D3. Okay, so we killed a town. Yes, we killed those 2 towns. Perfect. And we're going to G3 here. Bottom track. 1, 2, 3. We'll put this presence. I guess we put it here. Use the innates, killing this town. We'll use Raging Stormfast, killing both explorers on D6, and then we'll use Inflame, 1 fear, 1 strife. So we used everything fast, and the next turn we'll have 5 plays. Not going perfectly. Usually we reclaim this turn, but I found that I needed to do G3 this turn because I wanted to put some pressure on my D6. Choose land with cities build there. We have Beast Push and Dahan Gather Defend. Sure. Skip the next Explorer. Jungle Ravage. Wetland Build. And we're skipping the next Explorer. And this card is going to go right over here. Okay, G1 Reclaim. Looking for those zero cost cards. And there we go. So I'm not going to look at the rest. As long as I get the zero cost, that's all that matters here. And it's very close to getting Steam Vents to threshold. But what we need is likely, I know we have to do these 4. And we'll do Inflame again. I believe that hits the innates. Yep. Okay, we're going to use Treacherous, just adding that Wilds over here onto my D3, preventing against the edge cases. We're going to use Shatterfast. And we're going to use my innate fast. And we're going to kill 2 towns. And we're going to kill, let's kill both towns in the mountains. Because I could possibly get like ways that Dahan kill towns here. With the event or the fear card. Explorers have +1 health. We have Beast's Prowl. Adding a Dahan to an inland land. There we go. Fear card. Oh, well, that removes that. Wetland Ravage. No build. Double Explore. We have Exploring on Sands. And then we explore Mountain. Wow, we just never wetlands this game, and we have to double escalate. I believe that's how it works. Escalation happens after. I don't think this interaction has ever came up in the history of me playing this game. Okay. Harbingers, 1 fear, and we just need to get the rest of the fear and Inflame, 1 fear and a Strife. Time passes. G1 Reclaim again. Just looking for zeros. Whatever zero I find, we're picking it up. And that's the name of the game with Lightning, because we want to make use of all of our card plays. We're going to be using Shatter Homestead. 2 fear, killing a town, and that wins the game for us. So a very solid game with base Lightning into Scotland level 1. Normally I play the Aspect, the Pandemonium, just because it generates so much more fear, and then you can also deal with those cities. I think the takeaway points of this game is just make sure you identify lands that you can't save, and save the lands that you can save. And this game, it was identifying that I can't save D2, and then getting ahead tempo-wise and dealing with other problems. If you liked this video, like, subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video.